Hi guys, here's how I'm planting my peony roots this spring. These are roots from plants that were already in our yard when we moved in, so they were well established and ready to be divided and placed in a better location. I happened to get a lot more root cuttings from the mother plant than I planned, so I will be planting rows of peonies right in my yard and then mowing around them. It's recommended to plant them 4 feet apart so they have space to expand and are less susceptible to disease. After I dug these plants out of the ground, I placed them in a bucket of water to keep them hydrated before planting. These roots are larger than the ones you will buy in the store, so I had to dig a hole deeper than you would for the store-bought peonies. The key to planting peonies is to not put them under the ground too deep. They like to be just an inch or two below the soil. It is recommended to not fertilize your peonies right away, but biotone is an exception because it is specifically for starting your plants in the ground. Biotone encourages a strong root system and helps reduce transplant shock. Someone with a lot more gardening experience than me told me to use this stuff every time I put something in the ground. After I put the root and the biotone in the hole, I simply pour some water from the bucket with the roots in it into the hole before filling with soil to ensure it's getting a good watering. Then I cover with soil until the soil is just 1 to 2 inches above the base of the eye. Since I'm planting these in the spring rather than the fall, I don't expect them to flower for me this year, but they will just get more blooms year after year. This is why peonies are a wonderful long-term investment to your garden. After planting, they are extremely low maintenance and so rewarding. They bloom in the spring for only a short time, but if you are cutting them for bouquets, you can cut them before they bloom and put them in a cooler, and they will last weeks and weeks in the cooler. Then you can just take them out when you want and use them in your bouquets later on. And even though they only have a short bloom time, they will still be a beautiful shrub-like plant for the rest of the season. So because I'm planting these right in the yard, I'm going to have to mark around them to make sure that we don't mow over them. And then over time, I will keep weeding the grass around them so that the plant has room to branch out and grow. I didn't have enough soil here to cover the root as much as I wanted, so I got topsoil from another part of the yard and put it on top. The thing I'd like to add is if you have bought peonies from the store and they have an eye that's very small or just about that big, then you are going to want to put 1 inch to 1.5 inches of soil above that. The reason I have growth showing is that because it's already close to mid-spring and these are growing more than the ones that you get in the store.